This time, we're going to talk about the IDE again and go into a bit more detail about the IDE and Arduino sketches. Now, I know some of you are excited to build your first project and write your first program, but we'll get there, don't worry. Now, if you remember correctly, IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. And that is quite a mouthful, so from now on, again in this video, we're just going to call it IDE. Programs in Arduino are called sketches. And the file extension for Arduino sketches is .ino. So, for example, the file extension for an Excel spreadsheet is .xls or .xlsx. File extension for a Word document would be .doc or .docx. So the file extension for Arduino sketches is .ino. Now, older sketches have a file extension of .pde. And these can be used in the newer version of the IDE too, in case you run across an older sketch or program. Just know that they used to be called .pde. And the transition, if you try to open a .pde in a newer version of the IDE, is seamless. You won't even really know it. But anyway, when you program in Arduino, you're using a language similar to C or C++. And we'll have some tutorials about C later, though it's not 100% completely compatible with C or interchangeable. The IDE, as we can see here, is designed to make things simple. And what it does really is it changes the code we write into the ones and zeros the processor on the Arduino board can understand, since microcontrollers only speak binary. I know last time we talked about the IDE when we went over installing it, I went over this, but I think this is really, really important, and this is something I strongly suggest you do, so I'm going to go over it again. The first thing I would do is go over here to File, and then Preferences. And I would be sure this box here, Display Line Numbers. Okay, you want to be sure that's checked, because that's going to make your life easier. And you see these line numbers here, 1 through 9. That's what that means. So if I uncheck it, they go away. So I want to keep that checked. I want to see my line numbers. So I'm going to make sure that box is checked. Now, you'll notice too, when you open up your Arduino IDE, you have a name. It names the project a default name. And here we can see that name. It's just sketch underscore today's date. And then we can also see that name up here, along with the Arduino IDE version. So if I want to change the name of this, the first thing I would do is go to File, Save As, and here's a name. I can't have any spaces in the name, and you can't start with a number, but I can change this to Geek123. And save it. And here we can see it change the name